Hello, my name's Olivia Otigbah. I am 25 years old and I currently work as a journalist at BBC. I'm also a content creator who runs her own website, and I also make videos and podcasts. My job is absolutely amazing. I love it because you get to meet so many different people whose stories that you get to tell. There's also so much room for progression, and you can do anything from being on radio to producing TV. You can be on TV, you can do social media, and you learn so many amazing skills from video editing to how to speak on camera to radio producing, like I just said. And like I said, you get to meet so many amazing people whose stories really need to be told. No day is ever the same, and you really get the opportunity at BBC to do so many different things if you want to, and be able to find your feet through doing so many of these different roles. So I absolutely love my job, and I'm still progressing myself. However, I absolutely love it, and I think it's a great opportunity if you do want to get into television, or even if you want to create your own YouTube or anything like that. It's a great place to start learning those skills that you can go out and utilize within the digital and media industry. So my childhood was a good one. I was really outgoing. I had a great childhood. I was brought up by a single mother in Newcastle. And in Newcastle, it's a very working class city. Not a lot of people have a lot of wealth. So while I don't think that wealth dictates your happiness, I always dreamed that little bit bigger, and I always wanted a little bit more for myself so that I could give my children things that my mum couldn't always give me. And although she gave me all that she possibly could, there was sometimes I'd want to go to like drama school and singing and things like that, and she just couldn't afford it. So I really set a goal for myself when I was really young that I wasn't going to let my circumstances as a child dictate my future, and I was really going to go out there and achieve my dreams and my goals. So when I was about 10 years old, we moved from Newcastle to Edinburgh in Scotland. And I have to say that journey was a little bit different from Newcastle. I got bullied in high school in Scotland. I was a new kid, I had frizzy hair, and I was one of only maybe 4 or 5 ethnic children in our year group. So I really kind of stood out, and I think that's why I always promote just appreciating each other's differences. Not everyone's going to get on, but just to kind of be kind to each other. And you know, when you come to adulthood, you can pick and choose who you want to be friends with. But anyway, I digress. So we came to Scotland, and I did have a tough time with it in Scotland. It took me a long time to get over the bullying that I faced. And when I was 15, I left school with barely any qualifications and really struggled for a couple of years after that in jobs that I really didn't like. And for a while I felt like a bit of a failure, but after a little bit of time and a good couple of pep talks with myself, I decided to take myself to college. And from college, then I applied for university and thankfully got in, because that's what got me to where I am now at BBC. So one piece of advice I would give to my younger self looking back is to not listen to the opinions of other people so much. And I know it sounds a little bit cliche, but I'll be honest, you're always going to get people who doubt you, you're always going to get people who don't like you, and you're always going to get people who speak negatively of you. As you get older, that's not going to change. However, you need to develop a thick skin and know who you are and battle through that. And you also need to surround yourself with people who inspire you, who are kind to you, and who really do have your best interests at heart. That really makes a difference to your overall surroundings and also how you see yourself. I would also say to my younger self not to give up the things I love just to try and fit in, and simply be myself. And again, that is very cliche, but through being yourself, you get to meet people who are more like you. And that goes back to what I was saying about being around people who inspire you. When you're an adult, and I think I said this earlier, you have the beauty of being able to pick and choose who you want to be friends with. So just make sure you're picking wisely, and don't let the comments of other people deter you from achieving whatever you want to achieve. When you look at people that you admire on television or in movies or on YouTube, they've probably all had to overcome other people's negativity in life, and they did it and they pushed through, and look where they are now. There's nothing that sets you apart from them, so keep pushing and be whoever you want to be. Well, the most obvious answer to who inspires me or who has inspired me through life would probably be my mum. She really has worked hard as a single parent to give me everything that I ever needed in life, even when her hard work didn't sometimes yield the results that she wanted. She always pushed through with a smile on her face to make sure that I had everything growing up. And she also gave me a great value system and moral stance to grow up with. She also led me to believe that I could achieve whatever I wanted to, and that really drove me. And just seeing how hard she worked, I really wanted to be successful and make something of myself so that I could give something back to her and that she didn't have to worry as she got older. However, the thing that probably inspires me the most in my day-to-day life are the stories of other people. I think as I've got older, I've realised that there's so many people less fortunate than us who don't have the opportunities that we have. And I think through seeing that, I don't want to waste a minute of those opportunities. I don't want to waste a minute of my life or look back and wonder what I should have done. I also want to inspire other people to go out there and achieve their dreams, and I believe that anybody can do it if they really put their mind to it. So like I said, the stories of other people who are probably less fortunate than me really do inspire me to push through and also create opportunities, hopefully in the future, for other people to do the same. Okay, well, this is a super easy question to answer, and the reason being is that I really want to produce documentaries within the next 5 years. I would love to have my own TV show where I hosted a range of guests or went out and filmed amazing documentaries like Louis Theroux or Stacey Dooley or something like that. That is my absolute dream, because I would love to just be able to tell people stories, hence why I became a journalist, and also give people opportunities to share where they've been, because I really believe that we can all learn from each other if we just talked that little bit more. And I think telling people stories and showcasing those stories also benefits so many different people in the way of being able to relate to those stories. So that is my dream. See me on TV in 10 years' time. The advice I would pass to the younger generation is very much like the advice I would give to myself when I was younger. I've spent way too much time worrying about what other people thought of me that I gave up a lot of things that I love to do. I would just always say, be yourself and you will find your tribe and you will find what you want to do. Keep pushing through, and it might be a little bit of trial and error where you have to kind of do a few different things to figure out what's best for you, but that's okay. You've got plenty of time, and at the end of the day, success doesn't happen overnight. So I would say keep pushing through and don't let the negativity of other people bring you down. There's going to be naysayers, there's going to be people who don't want to see you win, but at the end of the day, as long as you believe in yourself, that is really all that matters. And like I said, when you look at your heroes or the people that you admire, they've all had to overcome adversity and hardship to get to where they are. So I would say take inspiration from them, watch YouTube videos, but also learn skills. Learn skills. Things don't happen overnight, like I said, and I think even to start a YouTube, you've got to know how to film, you've got to know how to edit. But if you really love to do something, you won't mind learning those skills. So just make sure that you go out there, you put your all into something that you absolutely love to do, and don't fear what other people are going to say. In the era of social media, we're on a world stage, and I think what's really important is to stay true to who you are. And like I said, people will find you. So that would be my biggest tip for the younger generation. And also just try not to follow a crowd. People like difference. You don't need to be like everyone else to fit in. You just need to be you and find where your place is in the world, and from that you will receive all the blessings and all the success and everything you dreamed of and more. So keep going and don't let negativity affect you, and keep pushing.